A stock you can move like a crypto token sounds simple, but the big question is not whether it is on a blockchain. The big question is whether it actually gives you ownership. On June 2nd, 2026, Backpack announced Backpack Securities, a platform meant to connect regulated US stock access with tokenized securities on Solana. That makes tokenized stocks feel less like a crypto experiment and more like something regular investors may soon see in real brokerage products. This topic matters because the words can sound almost identical. Stock, tokenized stock, on-chain share, synthetic stock token. But those products can have very different legal rights, risks, protections, and tax consequences. If you mix them up, you may think you own more than you really do. So let's answer the practical question. When someone says they bought a tokenized stock, did they buy a real share of a company, a claim held through a broker, a token backed by shares, or only price exposure that tracks a stock? Those are not the same thing. Start with the normal version. When you buy a stock through a regular brokerage account, you usually do not get a paper certificate in your name. Instead, the broker and the market plumbing record that you have a beneficial interest in the shares held through the security system. That may sound less direct than people expect, but it is how modern markets work. Your broker handles trade execution, custody, statements, dividends, tax forms, transfers, and corporate actions. If the company pays a dividend, the system is designed to pass it through to you. Behind the app are exchanges, clearing firms, transfer agents, custodians, and depositories. They keep track of who is entitled to what after trades happen. It is not as flashy as a crypto wallet, but it is the reason millions of stock trades can settle in an orderly way. Tokenization means representing an asset or claim as a token on a blockchain. The token may move between wallets, settle faster inside that network, and plug into crypto infrastructure. But tokenization does not automatically change what the token legally represents. Think of a token like a wrapper. The wrapper can be convenient, transparent, and easy to move. But you still need to ask, what is inside the wrapper? Is it a real share? Is it a broker-held entitlement? Is it a contract? Or is it only a promise from an issuer? Most tokenized stock products fall into three useful buckets. The first is an issuer-backed tokenized security, where the company itself or its official agents are involved. The second is a third-party backed token. The third is synthetic exposure that tracks a stock without holding the stock in the same way. In the cleanest version, the token is connected to the actual issuer's share records. The company, transfer agent, or approved infrastructure recognizes the tokenized form as part of the official ownership system. That can make the legal rights easier to understand because the token is closer to the source. If this kind of plain English finance breakdown is useful, consider subscribing. The goal here is not hype. It is to make new money technology understandable before people have to make real decisions with real money. A common version is third-party tokenization. In that model, a platform or custodian may hold real shares somewhere, then issue tokens that represent claims on those shares. The token can be useful, but your rights depend heavily on the legal structure and the quality of the custodian. Here is the key question for a backed token. Who holds the actual stock, and for whose benefit? If the answer is unclear, the token may feel like ownership in the app, while legally being a claim against an intermediary. That difference matters most when something goes wrong. A synthetic stock-like token is different. It may track the price of a stock using derivatives, market makers, or smart contract design. It can give economic exposure, but it may not give ownership of the actual share, voting rights, or a direct claim on company dividends. This is the most important beginner distinction. If a token goes up when Apple or Tesla goes up, that does not prove the holder owns Apple or Tesla shares. Price tracking is not the same as shareholder ownership. A casino chip can track a horse race, but it is not the horse. The reason Backpack's launch got attention is that it points toward a hybrid model. The idea is not just crypto traders gambling on stock prices. It is regulated stock access on one side, and the ability to convert certain holdings into tokenized securities on a public blockchain on the other. The promise is convenience. A tokenized security may be easier to transfer between approved wallets, easier to use across digital platforms, and potentially easier to integrate with stablecoins, crypto exchanges, and DeFi-style financial tools. In theory, the asset becomes more programmable. Tokenization can also make fractional ownership feel more natural. Traditional brokers already offer fractional shares in many cases, but tokens can divide ownership into small digital units with clear on-chain balances. That can help smaller investors access expensive assets if the legal setup supports it. Another promised benefit is faster settlement. In traditional markets, a trade does not become fully settled the instant you tap buy. Blockchain systems can move tokens quickly, but the real question is whether the legal asset, cash movement, custody records, and compliance checks all move with equal certainty. Crypto users are used to markets that never sleep. Stocks are different. Even if a token trades around the clock, the underlying company share still belongs to a traditional market with opening hours, corporate actions, and reference prices. After-hours liquidity can be thinner, and prices can move strangely. Liquidity is not just whether a token has a price on a screen. It means whether you can buy or sell a meaningful amount without moving the market too much. A tokenized stock can be backed by a famous company and still have a thin market in the token itself. Many on-chain systems need price feeds, often called oracles. These feeds tell smart contracts what a stock or token is worth. If the feed is delayed, manipulated, disconnected, or based on a thin market, lending and liquidation systems can behave in ways investors do not expect. Some people are excited because tokenized shares could be used as collateral. Imagine borrowing stablecoins against a tokenized stock position. That sounds powerful, but it also adds liquidation risk. If the token price drops, the collateral rules may force a sale, even if the long-term stock thesis is unchanged. Owning a normal stock may come with voting, dividends, tender offers, stock splits, and other corporate actions. With tokenized versions, you need to know exactly which of those rights pass through to you, which are handled by the platform, and which may not exist at all. Voting is a good example. If the token is one layer away from the actual share registry, the platform may need a process to collect token holder instructions and vote the underlying shares. If that process is missing, your token may track value without giving meaningful governance participation. A blockchain token may be technically easy to send, but securities are not always freely transferable to anyone. Platforms may restrict wallets, require identity checks, block certain jurisdictions, or limit transfers to approved venues. If it is a regulated security, compliance rules do not vanish because the record is on-chain. The same token can be treated differently depending on where the investor lives, where the issuer is located, and where the platform is regulated. A product available to one user may be blocked for another. Global crypto access and national securities law are often pulling in different directions. Traditional brokerage accounts may come with specific protections if the broker fails, such as customer asset segregation, and in the United States, SIPC protection within limits. Those protections do not protect against market losses. They also may not apply the same way to a token in a self-custody wallet or a DeFi protocol. Once a stock-like claim becomes a token, it may also inherit crypto risks. Smart contracts can have bugs, wallet keys can be lost, bridges can fail, fake tokens can appear with similar names. A regulated asset can still be accessed through technology that creates new ways to make mistakes. With any tokenized stock, ask who has to perform for the product to work. It may be the broker, custodian, token issuer, transfer agent, market maker, oracle provider, blockchain network, or all of them together. The more links in the chain, the more places investors need to understand. Taxes do not become simple just because the asset is tokenized. Dividends, sales, transfers, conversions, lending, borrowing, and rewards can each create records that matter. Investors should not assume an on-chain transfer is tax invisible, especially if it changes legal ownership or creates a taxable disposition. US regulators have been clear about the basic principle. If something is a security, putting it into token form does not magically make securities laws disappear. The technology may change the record-keeping and transfer method, but the legal questions still have to be answered. Before treating an on-chain stock token like a normal brokerage share, ask 5 questions. What exactly do I own? Who holds the underlying asset? What rights pass through to me? Where can I transfer or redeem it? What protections apply if the platform, wallet, or market fails? Tokenized stocks are not automatically a scam, and they are not automatically the future of all investing. They are a new wrapper around financial rights. Some versions may become useful market plumbing, others may be risky imitations. The investor's job is to look past the token and understand the claim. So here is the question for you. If you could move a stock on-chain, would you use that feature? Or would you rather keep shares inside a normal brokerage account? Drop your questions in the comments and suggest the next finance topic you want explained in plain English.